92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today doesn't even necessarily need a second date out of this whole thing. He just needs to talk to the girl.
Uh-oh.
Because Johnny, which is the name of the guy on the phone for a second date update today, ruined everything. Not just with the girl he wants to call today, but like his entire friend group.
Wow.
Johnny, how are you?
Well, I'm okay. I'm just hoping I didn't actually ruin everything.
Oh, you ruined everything. Trust me. I read your email. You ruined everything.
Oh, I see. Those were your words, not his, Jubal.
Yes, those were my words. Johnny, I read your email. Thank you very much for agreeing to do the second date update today. Why don't you tell everybody what your issue is?
Okay, so me and Marissa, that's who I'm calling about, we've been friends for like 5 years. Like kind of the same friend group. And, it's like we're really friends. Like we've never really like had a crush on each other or anything like that. We'd like playful flirt,
Right.
Like when other friends are around. But it's never like, there was nothing to it. There's never any like, okay, we're friends. Okay, I think
Yeah, we got that. You're friends, Johnny.
Or we were, at least. You'll see. So, the funny thing is, like, during all this time, one of us was usually, like, in a relationship at the time with somebody else. That was all part of it. And so, a little while back, we were just hanging out with other friends, and we're both single at this time. And I guess over the course of the night, there was, like, some kind of a romance in the air, like some kind of tension going on.
I don't know how many times this has happened to me, Johnny, where I've gotten drunk around some of my single friends and then we end up hooking up and it just ruins everything. I don't have any single girlfriends, by the way. It's always dudes, but it always works out fine for me after everything. I'm guessing that's not what happened, though.
That is not what happened, I mean, it was honestly one of my buddies who, it's kind of his fault. Like, he's the one who's like, hey, there's something weird going on with the two of you. And I was like, no, like
Yeah.
I didn't really think so, but I guess, okay, there was a little something going on. So, we're just drinking, whatever. Next thing you know, it's 1:30 in the morning, and we are making out on the dance floor.
Nice.
I mean, like, it's, for real. Like, there's we're just going at it.
Were you excited about that in the moment?
Yeah.
How much had you guys had to drink at this point? Were you guys pretty drunk?
Well, I don't know how much she drank, but I was feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Nice. I like that's the way to comfort yourself. Like, oh, no, she was probably sober. Wanted to make out with me.
So, one thing leads to another, and we go back to her place in a cab. It's a radio show. I don't want to get into too much, but things happened. Yeah.
Had you ever imagined this happening with her before?
Not really, but the reality of what actually happened is it's much better than anything I could have imagined anyway. So
Nice.
I was really surprised at just how well it went. Like, it was good.
It sounds like it went great. She won't even talk to you now,
Yeah,
so
man.
that's how I always know it's a successful night.
But that's why I need your help, because it was a good night, but the next morning was really awkward after.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I've had my share of awkward mornings, but I was just like, hey, you want to go to brunch? She was like, no. I was like, you want to talk about it? She's like, no. And it got worse and worse. And finally, she's like, could you please leave?
Oh, my
And
God.
so I did.
Guessing there's no goodbye kiss then, right?
No. More of a goodbye kick would have been more in the mood of things.
So what's happened since then? How many times have you tried to get a hold of her?
Like, in the last week and a half, I've tried, I think, like 4 times.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's clearly bad. And I'm talking to my friends. Like, no one's telling me anything.
Has she responded to you at all?
Not at all, no.
Okay, so not
even like
your
the
friend.
little text bubbles that pop up when
Yeah.
someone's sending a text. Like, I don't even get those.
You just stand there looking at it, waiting to see if she's typing on iMessage.
Like, I've told you a lot already, so I'll just keep being honest. Yeah, I'm just like, what's going on?
Do you feel like people are mad at you in your friend group?
I don't know if they think I did something or said something. Honestly, they're kind of acting clueless as well. Yeah, I just don't know anything. And so that's why I'm calling you guys.
Well, I guarantee if you did something weird, they all know about it. I guarantee that.
Well, man, if they know something, it's kind of cruel of them not to tell me anything. Like, I just want to talk to her to know what's going on. And, yeah, I just want to know what's going on.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and get your second date update right after this, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Johnny is on the phone with us to do a second date update today, and Johnny is a very bad friend. I mean, very bad. He's a naughty friend. He's a friend that needs a little spanky, doesn't he, Johnny?
Well, I may have already gotten one, but I definitely agree with you about being bad.
The reason that I say that is because the problem that Johnny's having is he was hanging out with a group of friends, and he ended up making out with one of his girlfriends. They even went back to her place and hooked up after a drunken night of partying. And then he woke up the next morning and was like, hey, want to go get brunch? She was like, nope, I don't. And he's like, is everything okay? And she was like, yeah, everything's fine. Also, leave my place, get out, and I never want to talk to you again. He hasn't talked to his friend since this happened, so he wants to do a second date update to try to get her on the phone and find out what went wrong and hopefully maybe salvage their friendship. Her name is Marissa. Are you about ready to give her a call, Johnny?
As ready as I'll ever be. I mean, I've heard about these things before. Sometimes friendships don't come back from this kind of stuff, and I just really want to talk to her. So, yeah.
You also said that your friends aren't really talking to you about this whole thing, too. Maybe all of your other friends have stopped talking to you because they're scared you're going to sleep with them as well.
That's a fear.
Thought about that, Johnny?
You know, that thought hasn't crossed my mind. No.
All right, Johnny. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and find out why she's not talking to you anymore, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Marissa, please?
This is.
Marissa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, this is who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
A radio show, okay.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Listen, the reason I'm calling you is because we recently got an email from one of our listeners asking if I could get a hold of you. His name is Johnny, and I think you know him very well, actually.
Yes, I do.
You do, don't you? That's right. Well,
gotta say it like
the
that.
reason I'm calling is we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Johnny emailed us about you. He told us all about your night together and that you guys have been friends for a while, and you kind of made some judgment errors the other night. And
Wait, are you serious, though? He called a radio station and told them about what happened?
he did. He told us that you guys were hanging out at a bar, and then, toward the end of the night, ended up making out and then went back to your place. He didn't go into any detail on that. If you'd like to give us some detail, I'd be more than willing to hear it. But he just told us that you guys spent the evening together, and then when you woke up in the morning...
Wait. He told you that he spent the night at my house? He told you that?
He did. He didn't go into any more detail than that. Everything else I've made up in my head, and it was fantastic. But he didn't tell us anything more. He just said he stayed the night over there, and when you guys woke up in the morning, he had asked if you wanted to go get brunch or something. You said no, and then you kind of asked him to leave.
I cannot believe that he called a radio station and told you guys that he spent the night at my house. I mean, what an asshole. Like, I hope that my friends aren't listening to this, or...
They don't know?
I mean, some of them do, but it's not like I want this information broadcast literally over the radio.
He didn't give us any information about what happened at your place, okay, if that's what you're worried about. But he is wondering why you won't talk to him now. I mean, is it just too weird?
It is weird, but, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing, you know?
If it's embarrassing for him, then why not tell us since he's the one that wants to hear it anyway?
Okay, I guess. I mean, I think he's gonna flip out if he hears this.
What?
Yeah, but he already put your business out on the radio. Why not put his out there then? Sort of revenge.
Friendly revenge.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not friends anymore, so...
What?
Whoa, is that bad?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was bad. It was that bad.
What was so bad? Just what you guys did? Like the quality of it?
I thought you said he didn't tell you anything about it.
He didn't. I'm just making that up. I just really want to know exactly what happened. But no, he didn't give us any details. You just said it was bad, so I assumed you were talking about, the quality of what happened.
No, I'm talking about what happened afterwards.
That
Okay,
same
well,
night?
what happened?
So after we were together, we're just lying there, talking or whatever, and he said something. It's bad. I don't want to say.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
I know. I really want to know.
You have to tell us now. You can't just sell it like that and then end it.
Okay. So he leaned over to me and he's like, "That was amazing." And he's like, "I've always had a thing for your mom.
What?
So now I know what it would be like to be with her."
Oh my God.
He was
Are
joking.
you serious?
I am totally serious.
What
You
did you
guys have
do when
been-
he said that?
I was so shocked. I mean, I think I went to the bathroom maybe. I don't remember. And then
How did you not kick him out? I mean, listen, I have a hot mom, and I know what it's like to have guys
Yeah.
talk about your hot mom.
She does.
I cannot imagine what that would be like in that moment.
I mean, I would have kicked him out, but I came back from the bathroom and he was already passed out, and so I had to wait until the morning. I mean, it was terrible.
Oh my God, you had no idea he was fantasizing about your mom this whole time.
I know, it's so weird. It's totally disgusting. I mean, I would have been freaked out anyway, even if we were just still friends and he had told me that. But to tell me that after,
Yeah.
All right. I guess I understand why you don't want to talk to him again then.
exactly. I mean, I don't want to talk to him. Like, I'm totally freaked out.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little unfortunate that you don't want to talk to him again because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, your mother lover, how you doing?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, my God.
Oh, icky.
Do you remember saying that, Johnny?
I do not remember saying that.
How can you not remember saying that?
I guess there's a lot I don't remember from that night. And that is one thing.
Well, you remembered enough to call a radio station and tell them all about it.
But that was like whiskey number 5 talking right there. That was not me. I cannot believe I said that.
Dude.
Do you have a thing for her mom for real?
No.
Sorry, the hesitation. It was like.
I mean, okay, well, yeah, hot mom, but I never would have done anything about it. Like, I never really thought about it like that.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you thought about it a lot.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why I said that.
I mean, it was like you thanked me because you got to, finally know what she was like as my mom.
That sounds so bad.
I mean, it doesn't even. I mean, that doesn't even make sense because your mom is completely different from you. Like, she might be into totally different things than you are. Like, how would I know that? Like, how would I even,
Stop.
how?
Stop talking. Stop. There's nothing you can say.
Yeah, I don't think you can help your case at all right now, Johnny.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Can I start there?
It's a star.
I know what to say, Johnny. Hey, Marissa, would you like to go out on a second date with Johnny? We will pay for it.
No. I don't want to go on a second date, Marissa. Clearly, that's not a good idea. I obviously drank too much that night, and I really screwed this up. I really just want to make amends. I want to be friends again. Can we just meet up?
I mean, I'm not bringing my mom.
Is there any way that, Marissa, you guys can reconcile and still be friends after this?
I mean, not right now. I need some time. Like, it's just too weird.
Yeah, but think about what a funny joke it's going to be in your friends group eventually.
Brooke.
Yeah, I mean, maybe eventually it will be funny.
All right, so can Johnny hit you up in like a couple weeks and maybe you guys can talk and try to be friends again?
He can try, yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Well, there you go, Johnny. It's sort of a successful second date for you.
I can't believe I said that about her mom. I don't. Thanks. I guess I appreciate it.
Hey, Marissa, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you being honest with us and telling us what happened.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And for me personally, I really like doing a second date update with you because it reminded me of how it would be doing a second date update with your mom, which was awesome.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, drunk words are sober thoughts. It's Brooke and
Amen.
Jubal in the morning. Talking, of course, about today's second date update. This dude, Johnny, wanted to call his friend Marissa. They didn't really have so much of a date, but they did go out one night and were drinking and stuff. Ended up making out, going back to her place, and then doing the romantic dance, if you know what I mean. He woke up the next morning, tried to talk to her, smooth things over, like, let's go to brunch. She was like, no, get out. I don't want to see you again. And then she wasn't talking to him at all. So we called her, got her on the phone, and found out what went wrong. Apparently, after they were done doing the do, he rolled over to her and said, oh, man, that was so good. I've always thought your mom was really hot. Now I kind of know what it's like to be with your mom. And he didn't even remember saying it at all. You could tell from the sound of his voice. He was so embarrassed. But you know that deep down he's like, yeah, I guess she's right. Now I kind of do know what it's like to be with her mom. So she obviously was disturbed by that and did not even want to talk to him anymore, let alone be his friend or anything.
Yeah, no friend is going to want to introduce this guy to their mom from now on. He's got like some sort of mom fetish that he just needs to come clean about.
And now she knows that. Text in at 78592 that says that, hey, Brooke, you said your mom was hot. How old is she?
Okay,
a lot of people
real
are texting
cute,
in at
guys.
78592 wanting to hit on Brooke's mom now.
No, she is, though. Jubal, you will agree with me on this.
She's 65 years old and she's a beautiful woman, but you don't need to hit on my mom. My whole life people said, oh, if you look like your mom when you get married, maybe I'll marry you. You know what? I have very explicit words for you type of people.
Let's say that again. 65 years young. And let me tell you, Brooke, your mom is very, very spry looking. She's 65, but you can tell there's still a lot of youth in there. Yeah.
Guys, go to
Keep
commercial
texting
break.
in at 78592 your thoughts about Brooke's mom. I'd like to hear more of that.